6 weeks into the Occupy movement, nearly 1,000 unarmed activists have been arrested in New York City. Thrown to the ground, beaten, netted like flies, and pepper sprayed. The NYPD's tactics have been harshly criticized. Yet the most profound and public condemnation recently came from U.S. Marine Sergeant Shamar Thomas while defending demonstrators in Times Square.
Why y'all do this to our people? I've been to Iraq 14 months for my people. You come over here and arm them. They don't have guns. They don't have guns. They don't. Why are you hurting these people? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. How do you sleep at night? There is no honor in this.
The lone man that stood up to dozens of New York cops comes from a family of honor.
My stepfather, he went to Afghanistan in 2006.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so it wasn't even that long ago. Me and my mother were actually in Iraq at the same time.
Sergeant Thomas completed 2 tours in Iraq before returning to his homeland, where he now aligns himself with the activists he says are being targeted by aggressive authority in uniform.
I haven't seen the NYPD take on a person one-on-one. It's always a few of them, 3, 4, 5 of them on one person. They're your side. These aren't, protesters my size.
Is this police brutality?
This is police brutality, hands down.
The 25-year-old war vet says it's come to a point where Iraqi activists are treated with more respect and humility than their American counterparts. He recalls an incident when hundreds of Iraqis got violent with U.S. soldiers.
A few people started throwing rocks, and everybody kind of started throwing rocks. And we actually had a Marine get hit in the face. He was on the back of a truck. But after that, the people were free to go. You know what I mean? We didn't arrest anybody. We didn't go beat up on anybody. So to see the police officers doing this to unarmed civilians in our own country was just, it was, I was amazed, I was in shock.
This coming from a man who's taken part in 50 combat missions in Iraq, where a U.S. war that's raged for 9 years finally ends December 31st. We asked this Marine if all the struggle and sacrifice was worth it.
Not at all.
Why?
Because what is the result? What have we gotten out of it besides death and, a lot of different political agendas? And, it's a political war machine. It's not really a war machine for the people. The people of the United States can't even peacefully protest. So how are we going over there to defend the rights of the people when, it's been proven, through, the various media outlets that we can't, protest peacefully.
Visiting the protesters he stood proudly to defend, Sergeant Thomas receives something of a hero's welcome in Zuccotti Park.
Can I shake your hand?
Yes. How you doing?
Wow.
God bless you, really.
Now we can hug.
Gestures of appreciation towards the Marine that completed combat in Baghdad, but just began his battle against police brutality here at home.
The cops took an oath to, be professionals and be courteous, and they're taking advantage of the badge and the honor that, has been bestowed on them by the American people to protect them.
Sergeant Thomas's public lashing of the NYPD has reportedly inspired the birth of a new group called Occupy Marines. It calls on U.S. veterans of all military branches to join the anti-Wall Street protests. And with roughly 40,000 soldiers coming back from Iraq by the year's end, this international grassroots movement may grow even mightier. Marina Portnaya, RT, New York.